Welcome to the 41st week of this year's In Times Like These recap. Now let's get into this. Starting with JJ Dorval, who is at the Dorval estate with his older sister Vanessa, arguing about JJ's hostility toward her boyfriend, Max Russo. JJ admits he asked Max to break up with Vanessa, which appalls her. He justifies his anger by blaming Max for almost costing Vanessa her life and bringing up Max's past with Yvette Mitchell. Vanessa defends Max, insisting the situation was complicated, but JJ won't let it go. Their argument is interrupted when their parents, Jeremiah and Shelley, share the sad news that Shelley's aunt, Rosaline, passed away from ALS, and that Rosaline's daughter, Dee Dee, will need their support. At the Mitchell estate, Udell informs his wife Wanda that Owen Grant is running for DA, surprising her since they are no longer friends. When Wanda reminds Udell that she blocked Owen and banned him from her company, Udell accuses her of not listening to him sooner, which could have prevented heartache. Wanda, trying to move past her mistakes, insists she doesn't care about Owen and only wants to rebuild their marriage. However, Udell coldly tells her their marriage can't be revived, stating they're only together for Yvette's sake. Despite Wanda's belief in their past love, Udell walks away, unable to find it anymore. At the Russo estate, Lorenzo and Clarice reassure their daughter-in-law, Heidi, of their full support in her DA election campaign. Heidi confidently believes Owen can be easily defeated, but Isidore questions her certainty, citing Owen's youth and charisma. Lorenzo scolds Isidore for being unsupportive, but Isidore insists he's just being realistic. After Lorenzo and Clarice leave, Isidore offers to take on Gianni's work at Russo Jewelers to help Heidi, which Gianni refuses, seeing it as sabotage. Isidore taunts Gianni, who reassures Heidi that he will fully support her. Heidi sarcastically thanks him, clearly frustrated by the tension. At the Beauty from Within salon in the south side of Valley Park, Quinlan Franklin greets her mother's best friend, Jackie Green, and they warmly reunite after 8 years. Jackie comments on Quinlan's appearance and asks if she's there to check on her mother in prison, but Quinlan dismisses the idea. Jackie mentions visiting Quinlan's mother regularly and asks about Zeke, bringing up recent events involving Devante Torres's daughter. Quinlan asks about a girl found in a suitcase. Jackie's daughter Kimmy interrupts, revealing the girl was her friend, Danny, and shares how she's been missing for a while. Quinlan Franklin meets Commissioner Isaac Pierce for the first time, inquiring about a girl found in a suitcase. After confirming he's familiar with the case, Quinlan suggests looking into 14-year-old Danny Clark, who hasn't been seen or reported missing. Isaac sees this as a red flag, especially after learning Danny was last seen near a shady massage parlor. He assures Quinlan he'll investigate, but warns her to stay out of police matters, reminding her of the trouble she caused exposing the Danjuma organization. Quinlan questions if powerful people are involved, but Isaac insists on handling the case privately, dismissing her from his office. Once Quinlan walks out, Isaac calls his wife, informing her that he has a surprise for her when she arrives at Valley Park. Max greets Vanessa with a kiss but notices her distress, suspecting it's about JJ. Vanessa admits JJ disapproves of their relationship and shares that she's also mourning the passing of Shelley's aunt. Max offers condolences, but the conversation shifts to Vanessa's frustration over Max losing his virginity to Yvette. But Vanessa, who's saving herself for marriage, feels hurt by the reminder, though Max reassures her that he used protection. Despite her concerns, Vanessa assures Max that she loves him. Max, touched, reciprocates her love, apologizing for his past, and they embrace. Meanwhile, JJ secretly vows to find a way to break them apart. Yvette confronts JJ, upset by his previous harsh comments. JJ, unimpressed, tells her she has no right to be hurt, given the pain she's caused others. Yvette acknowledges her flaws, but JJ shuts her down, revealing he just lost his great aunt. Yvette apologizes, but JJ brushes her off and walks away. Zeke Franklin approaches Yvette, offering help, but she snaps at him. When Zeke points out that he wants no trouble, mentioning Kiev's attempt to force himself on her, Yvette reminds him he was supposed to forget that night. Nichelle Torres overhears and questions Zeke, who explains it involved Kiev, prompting Nichelle to insist she doesn't want to hear Kiev's name until his court trial for Ulysses' death. Wanda visits Owen's office, surprising him, and he asks if her visit means he'll get her vote. Instead of answering, Wanda questions why Owen is running for district attorney. When Owen claims he wants to heal Valley Park after the high school tragedy, Wanda accuses him of lying and suggests he's doing it to impress her. Owen reminds Wanda she pushed him away, but her actions suggest otherwise. Wanda feels Owen is playing mind games and warns that Heidi won't let him work in the DA's office if he loses. Owen insists he won't lose and asks for her vote for old time's sake. Wanda refuses, telling him she'd cut off her arm before voting for him, then leaves. Max runs into Yvette, and though she tries to avoid him, he insists they talk. Yvette, wary of trouble, listens as Max thanks her for saving his life during the tragedy that took Ulissa. Yvette downplays her role, crediting Vanessa instead. Max asks if they can find common ground after everything. Before Yvette can respond, JJ arrives, accusing Max of talking to someone who nearly ruined his life. Yvette walks off, unwilling to engage, and Max tells JJ he interrupted an important conversation. JJ questions how Vanessa would feel, but Max walks away, unconcerned. Heidi visits Udell, asking for his support in her re-election as district attorney. Udell, shocked, questions why he would ever back her, given the tension between their families. Heidi blames Yvette for the feud, but Udell finds her unconvincing. When Heidi asks if he'd prefer Owen as DA, Udell accuses her of making him choose between two evils. Heidi reminds him that Yvette broke the law, but Udell still sees no reason to support her. She suggests they work together if he doesn't want Owen as DA, and leaves his office after making her case. At Russo Jewelers, Vivian asks Gianni if his workload will change now that Heidi is running for re-election. Gianni assures her he'll balance both supporting Heidi and his work at the company. Vivian notes Heidi's younger, scandal-free opponent, which leads Gianni to mention Isidore sharing similar concerns. When Vivian questions Isidore's motives, Gianni reveals that Isidore offered to take over some of his duties, raising suspicions. Though unsure of Isidore's plans, Gianni refuses to risk it. Vivian offers to inform him of any schemes, but Gianni warns her against getting involved, appreciating her loyalty to the company over Isidore. Quinlan informs Ben that Isaac's press conference confirmed Danny as the girl found in the suitcase. Quinlan, heartbroken for Danny's sister Kimmy, expresses her grief over the situation. Ben comforts her, acknowledging relief in Danny's identification. He warns Quinlan to stay away from the investigation, as Isaac advised. But Quinlan suspects Isaac knows more and shares her findings about the Apina family, who own the massage parlors near where Danny was seen. Ben, fearful of the crime family, warns that they ruthlessly deal with anyone they consider a threat. After returning home, JJ asks Vanessa if Max told her about his recent conversation with Yvette. JJ insists it's important, but admits he doesn't know what they talked about. Vanessa points out that it was likely none of JJ's business. Though JJ agrees, he believes Vanessa should care, given Max and Yvette's history. Vanessa reassures him that she trusts Max and sees through JJ's attempt to make her doubt him. JJ, hurt, claims he's only informing her, but Vanessa accuses him of changing since Ulissa's death. After JJ leaves, Vanessa curses Kiev for how he's affected her brother. At the Russo estate, Clarice urges Gianni to take control of Russo Jewelers from Lorenzo, concerned about her husband's declining mental and physical health. Gianni, surprised, asks what she's noticed about Lorenzo, as he hasn't seen any signs. Clarice points out Lorenzo's constant anger, especially towards Isidore and Alan, and fears she'll lose him if he doesn't step down. Though Gianni understands, he worries Lorenzo will react badly to the suggestion. Clarice believes it will bring relief, but Gianni refuses to act against his father, feeling it's wrong to interfere when Lorenzo hasn't asked for help. Isaac surprises his wife Shirley and Isaac's son Austin by revealing that the diner they're standing in front of is her new diner, calling it their new home. As Shirley takes it all in, she tells Isaac it's her dream come true. Isaac reassures her that Valley Park is where dreams happen, though Shirley reminds him it's also where nightmares exist. Isaac promises to protect her from her fears, urging her to trust in their new beginning. Shirley, still worried about her past, mentions that people will recognize her name on the diner. Isaac, confident they'll be safe, encourages her to call her daughter and share the news, which Shirley does. Vivian meets with Isidore, updating him on her progress in gaining Gianni's trust to eventually secure his shares of the company. Isidore praises her for making Gianni feel important, and Vivian expresses no desire to work under him. Isidore reassures her that once she gets the shares, she won't have to. Vivian then asks about getting Heidi's shares, but Isidore believes Heidi is too focused on her campaign to be a concern. After the meeting, Vivian gets a call from her mother, Shirley. Shirley, unaware that her daughter is in Valley Park, informs Vivian that she has been gifted a diner by Isaac, causing Vivian to worry, can't get enough of the crazy world of In Times Like These. Then, treat yourself to a binge watch of In Times Like These. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You're not ready for what's to come, but tune in anyway.